ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Anthem video. It's Thales, Moustache here, and today I'm gonna show you guys the best farming storm build. So basically, I'm making this video because you guys requested me to show which build I was using during those farming method videos. So here it is. This build right here got 91% luck plus 160% maximum shield and a decent amount of DPS, which gonna help a lot during farming. And so let's start by talking about the sales. So here in the Blast Seal slot we're using the Venomous Blaze, which is an upgraded Flame Burst, which has a special effect in which acid damage is applied to enemies after 3 consecutive hits. Now bear in mind that the Flame Bursts do not prime enemies, but the Venomous Blaze prime enemies when it actually applies acid damage. So it can be used to combo with the 10k Suns. So basically I'm using this one because it has plus 33% luck and plus 20% gear damage for the Javelin, which is pretty good. So now let's talk a little bit about the Focus Seal. Here we're using the 10,000 Suns, which is an upgraded Burning Orb, and it has a special effect called Striker's Wrath, in which after hitting an enemy it gains 5% increased damage for 5 seconds, and can stack up to 20 times for a maximum of 100% bonus damage. So now I'm using this one because it gives a total of plus 170% gear damage increase, which is only applied to the 10,000 Suns. Now let's take a look at the weapons. Here we're using for the first weapon the Rolling Carnage, and it's an upgraded version of the Vengeance. I'm basically using this one because it has plus 35% luck and plus 25% damage for the whole Javelin. So that's pretty good, and that's the only reason that I'm using this one, because I never actually shoot this weapon. Now for the second weapon we're using the Radiant Fortress, which is an upgraded Constrictor and has a special effect that hitting 8 shots in a single burst recharges shields by 35%. Basically I'm using this one because it has a huge amount of maximum shield, which is plus 110% maximum shield, and it also has plus 15% gear damage increase for the Javelin. Now this one is really good for me. It actually helps tanking a lot, and it helps a lot during Grandmaster 1, 2 and 3 missions, free plays and strongholds. Now let's talk a little bit about the components. Here for the first component we're using the Mark of Wrath, which increases gear damage by 50% and lowers gear recharge rate by 20, and its special effect is while R1 recharges, L1 damage increases by 50% for 5 seconds. So whenever your 10,000 Suns is recharging, your Venomous Blaze damage is increased by 50% for 5 seconds. Now for the second component we're using the Gunslinger's Mark, which increases gear recharge rate by 50% and lowers gear damage by 20. It has a special effect that hovering increases all weak point damage by 60%. Personally, I did not notice any difference in weak spot damage while hovering and while standing on the floor. So I do not believe that this is actually working. This has just been patched, and I do believe that they actually need to fix this one. So just tell me your impressions, because to me it's not working. Now for the third component we're using the Token of Daring, which increases elemental damage by 35% and decreases physical damage by 35%. It has a special effect that when breaking shields, it increases shield damage by 20% for 20 seconds. So whenever you break a shield from an enemy, your shield's gonna be increased in damage by 20% for 20 seconds, which is really good in terms of DPS. Now for the fourth component we're using the Token of the Master, which increases blast damage by 35%. Now bear in mind that this blast damage by 35% bonus is applied to the 10,000 Suns and to the Venomous Blaze, so it's really good. Now it also has a special effect that hitting an enemy with an R1 increases L1 damage by 60% for 5 seconds. So whenever you hit an enemy with your 10,000 Suns, your Venomous Blaze damage gonna be increased by 60% for 5 seconds. Now also this component right here got an inscription that increases my luck by 23%, and together with the Rolling Carnage and my Venomous Blaze, we got a total of plus 91% luck, which is barely the cap, and it's really good for farming regular mobs. I do not know yet about the boss mobs or mini bosses like Furies, like Titans, like Ursics, or like Luminaries. I still gotta make some more testing. It's still pretty I don't know. I gotta make more tests in order to identify if the 90% luck is the best for those guys. I'm not sure yet. Now for the fifth component, we're using the Mark of Ruin, which increases fire damage by unknown percentage and fire effect by unknown percentage as well. And it has a special effect that while L1 recharges, R1 damage increases by 40% for 20 seconds. Now we're basically, during those videos we were using the Amulet of Winter. Right after the patch, all of my Amulets of Winter turned into Marks of Ruin. That's because actually previously the Amulets of Winter were giving the Mark of Ruin special effect. But still, you can see that the Mark of Ruin got the Amulet of Winter symbol in the component. So it's still pretty weird. We do not have numbers on the percentage increases, but the special effect is working. At least it's showing that it's working. So that's basically why we're using this, and that's what we were using during the videos. Now for the last component, we're using the Token of the Pupil, which increases the number of combo chains by 2. And it has a special effect that hitting an enemy with an L1 increases R1 damage by 60% for 5 seconds. Now, the only reason why we're using this is because of this special effect, because whenever you actually hit an enemy with your Venomous Blaze, your 10,000 Suns gonna receive a 60% damage buff for 5 seconds, which gonna help a lot killing enemies. And that's pretty much it for the components, so now let's talk a little bit about the support seals. Here in this case we were using for all this time the wind wall. It was actually patched too. Now it lasts 20 seconds instead of 60, and now it has 18,000 health instead of 3.8k. Yeah, so now it's gonna last a little bit. It's gonna tank a few hits before depleting, and so now it has a little bit of more uses than before. And I'm only using this one because this one increases my maximum shield by 50%. This together with my Radiant Fortress is increasing my shield by a total of plus 160%. So that's basically why I'm using this one. So that's pretty much it for the build, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to customize your Javelin so you can actually look like this red gold version. And then I'm gonna show you how to customize it so you can look like the white gold version. Both of those that I've used during those farming method videos as you guys requested. So now let's go into the customization. So now let's start the customization with the red gold, and I just started a brand new loadout with the standard storm, so you can actually do this by yourselves from scratch. So okay, let's start by the Venomous. We're not going to use Venomous for this customization, so let's remove this one. The second thing is the wear state. For my customizations, I were using the new wear state, which you can unlock by actually leveling up your freelancer faction to level 3. So as soon as you reach level 3 in your freelancer faction, you're gonna automatically unlock the new wear state. So let's use this one. Now for the paintings, we're gonna change this primary to heavy cloth. Oh, here it's already heavy cloth. The secondary we're gonna change to heavy cloth as well. Here. The third one we're gonna change to metal aged. The fourth one we're gonna change to heavy cloth. Here. The fifth one we're gonna change to metal aged as well. And the last one we're gonna change to metal aged as well. Now we're gonna paint all of the metal aged parts with brass. That's what's gonna make it look like gold. Let me show you guys. It looks pretty close to gold. The closest thing to gold that you can get without completing the Champion of Tarsus thing, which is gonna take ages, and I'm not sure many of you are going for that. So you can see you can actually unlock this brass painting for the metal parts by leveling up your Arcanist faction to level 3. So as soon as you reach level 3 with your Arcanist level faction, you're gonna automatically unlock this painting color. So now for the other parts, we're gonna actually need to create the color manually. We're gonna make a custom color. So let me show you guys how you're gonna do this. So basically, you're gonna select red, which is all up here in the north direction. Then you're gonna select about here in the middle for this dark red color. And that's what I've been using. So now let's paint the other parts as well. It's right here. And for the last part, right here. And that's how we're gonna create this awesome look. So let's take a look. This is my favorite customization by far right now, and I'm gonna use this one for a while before I figure out something better, because man, this looks just gorgeous. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the red gold version. So now let's go into the white gold version. For this one, I also started a brand new loadout with a standard storm loadout. So let's start from scratch, so you guys can do the same thing. Okay, here it is. First thing, we're gonna remove the Venom, just like we did with the past one. Second thing, we're gonna change the wear state. We're gonna be using the new wear state, just like in the other one, because it looks just like the best one. And now for the painting, we're gonna change the primary to tactical fabric. Then the second one, we're gonna change to tactical fabric as well. Now for the third one, we're gonna change to metal aged. The fourth one is correct already. It's fabric wrinkled cloth. We're just gonna change the colors later. Now for the fourth part, we're gonna change to let's see here. Yes, tactical fabric as well. And now for the last part, we're gonna change to metal aged as well. Now let's paint everything. All of the metal parts are gonna be painted brass, so they can look like gold. Here. Now this part right here actually is painted green, but we're gonna change to white by selecting this color. Now for the secondary color here, we're gonna select black right here. No, actually that's wrong. No, that's right. We're gonna select black. That's true. Now for this one, we're gonna select white again. Perfect. Now for the cape, let me show you guys pretty close here. We're gonna change those colors right here. This color. And then for the secondary color, we're gonna choose this one back here. And that's pretty much it. So now let's take a look how it looks. So that's pretty much the loadout that I've been using for the first videos. You guys were requesting it, so here it is. I hope you guys enjoyed. And that's pretty much it for the build, guys. So thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe for more Anthem videos like that. So now I'm gonna show you guys a small demonstration in a free place so you can actually see how this build performs. So thank you for watching, guys, and until the next episode, see you!